سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح تنهدى يا صاحي كي تستريح وبث الدعاء الخفي الصريح.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. And today we start with a new section within purification. We had a long 4, 8, 12, 16, 17 that made up 17 parts which made up types of filth. But we're now on a new part which is manner in removing physical impurities. So we've defined what filth is. How do we now remove that? Because we surely need to remove that from our body, our place of worship, our clothes. So use of water. Water obviously comes up right at the top because water is a purifier. It's a remarkable liquid. Not sure why I'm showing you what water is. I'm sure you know what it is. But it's a remarkable liquid, both in terms of cleaning our insides quite literally and cleaning the outsides, and the fact that we're virtually 80% made of water. So, we can easily get dehydrated when we're not drinking. So there's a unanimous agreement amongst the scholars that when it comes to an act of worship like prayer, then the body, clothes and place of worship must be free of filth. And we've already defined filth. So whenever I use the word filth now, I'm not talking about mud, because mud itself might be filthy, it might be dirty, but it's not considered as a ritual filth. So always bear that in mind, technical terms for each subject. So when we discuss filth, we're talking about those types of filth which I spent a long time over discussing. A bit unsure, go back and listen to them videos again. Also, there is absolute agreement that washing these with water, which is both pure and a purifier. Two different things there. One is pure, so the fact that it's there, we can drink it. If I spilt this on my clothes, I could go pray in those same clothes. But it's also got a unique attribute in that it purifies. It can actually cleanse my clothes. But not only that, it's another remarkable thing. It's actually a ritual purifier. Meaning if I'm requiring to pray Salah, for Zohar Salah for instance, and I've been to the lavatory or something, I now need to put myself into a ritual state of purity. I need to perform ablution. I need to perform wudu. So what I need to do is I need to now go and pour water over certain parts of the body and wipe my head. So that shows that not only does it physically purify, it also ritually purifies. And this is the primary means, which is why we started at number 1 there for manner in removing physical impurities. It's the primary means by which one can remove filth, as the narrations have detailed. Now, filth can be split into 2 broad categories. As if you recall from the types of filth, if you were probably working out yourself, there's really 2 types. One is something called visible filth, and one is something termed as invisible filth, even though it's not absolutely invisible, but hard to see, or incredibly hard to see. So let's first focus on visible filth, because the way you deal with each one is different. Why? Because you can see one and you know when you've removed that, and the other one you can't see, so you don't know when you've removed that. So visible filth is purification process is to remove the physical filth even if it's washed once. So that's your purpose. Your purpose is to remove that filth. If it just means as soon as you pour water and rub it, it's gone, then it's gone. Nothing to worry about. It may be that a stubborn stain remains behind. Happens, isn't it? You sat down and you're eating your salad and whatever else, and you've just put on your brand new whites for Jummah, and you dip your chapati in and you lean over, you're not going to spill, and it always one drop spills, and then like a chromatography, for those of you who know, then the oil starts to spread along, and then that little white yellow dot suddenly becomes this big huge orange sun on your white clean clothes. So even though you then go wash it, or if you don't wash it quick enough, it can leave a stain behind, because they have dyeing effects as well. So if the stain remains or is difficult to remove, then that will not be taken into consideration. This is based upon what Sayyidina Abu Hurairah narrated regarding Khawla bint Yasar, who asked the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I only have one garment which I also wear when menstruating, what should I do? So the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied that فَإِذَا تَهُرَتْ, that when you become pak, when you become clean from your menses, فَغْسِلِي, then wash mawdi ad-dam, the place where the blood has touched. ثُمَّ صَلِّ فِيهِ, and then pray in those clothes. قالت, she said, Ya Rasulullah, إِن لَمْ يَخْرُجْ أَثَرُهُ. What if the stain still remains? I removed the blood, but the blood has acted as a dye and dyed my clothes. قال, the Prophet of Allah said, يَكْفِيكِ الْمَاء وَلَا يَضُرُّكِ أَثَرُهُ. The water will suffice, the water will wash the blood away, the stain is harmless. Don't let that disturb you, don't let that affect you. So clearly we have there for visible filth. And I hear the beat going, so you'll have to join me again inshallah ta'ala for invisible filth. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
الدعاء الخفي الصريح يسعك الفضاء